Shinji, crank that, soldier boy.
I'm trying something new. I'm just going to be holding my microphone instead of just having it hanging in the air in front of me, so here's hoping that it's a lot louder. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Alexis Carrel. Yes, I did this too when I was in my teens. It's actually something deep. To become a muscular person, you need to change your habits. You have to change what you do on a daily basis. You need a different routine. Yes, and this is something that is only possible if you rewire your brain to point to where you say, can't wait for the weekend. Finally, I'll be able to set that new squat PR that I failed last week. This time I'll make it for sure. And not, finally weekend. Now I can return to the beer and video games. So yes, becoming muscular is something that happens simultaneously with becoming a different person on the inside. But your old self doesn't want to be yeeted out of existence. That's why it gives you psychological pain and the feeling that you're betraying yourself, which you are. When you go out and try to change, change equals pain, and your psyche doesn't know that you're trying to change for the better. Also, your habits are who you are. Not your opinions, but how you make subconscious decisions on a daily basis. So yes, becoming fit 100% means becoming a different person. That's a good thing. In this thread, autistic mistakes. B15. Go to farm on after school group's field trip. Want to be funny? Go up to farmer. You have a nice dick. My face when I meant to say cock. My face when I realized he grew vegetables. Face when I'm probably retarded. Be farmer. Have class of kids come on field trip to my farm so that I can get a tax write-off. Ugly fat kid waddles up to me. You have a nice cock. I tell him I'm a vegetable farmer. Walk them all back to the bus. Go home and plant my seed in my plump wife. Doing cardio at gym. QT 3.14 on treadmill next to me. Ask her if she wants to grab a coffee after a workout. She declined. Well, we had a good run. Forced my whole body to become limp. Fly backwards off treadmill into the dumbbell rack behind me. My boyfriend won't let me hang out alone in my ex-boyfriend's apartment or use Tinder to make friends. I don't know how much more of this toxic relationship I can take. Jeff Rapp. I had a girlfriend like this. I found out she used Tinder to keep in touch with her exes and that she had fucked multiple people. I suggested a road trip. Traveled about 2 states. I pulled into a gas station. Hey, can you get out and see if they have a certain type of papers? She got out and went in. I sped off, went back home, packed up everything, and got a new place. I haven't seen her since. We need to change the name National Park to Uncontrollable Wilderness. I work at a store that solely revolves around a popular river. During the summer, there is no shortage of clueless tourists. Customer. Excuse me, I let my 2 sons go tubing about an hour ago, and I was just wondering, when does the river come back around? Ma'am? The river, how long does it take to come back around? It doesn't. The customer's eyes went wide. She yelled for her husband and left to go find their sons. I hope they picked him up before they ended in the Gulf of Mexico. Pooping peacefully in the university bathroom. Suddenly, Dooge barges into the restroom. What's up, bitches? It's shitting time! Sprints into the stall next to mine and starts moaning while furiously shitting. I'm tearing up, it smells so bad. Men are meant to sleep on the open steppe. A wolf and steel at their side. Wind raking across the glowing embers. Not cold in a rabbit hole, like fish stinking women, warmed by the heat of their own farts. The wind calls to a man from across the mountains, across the oceans, from across the endless dome of the sky. Never trust a man who doesn't own a fan. When you're not looking, he will try to suck your dick. At a regular gym. One day, see a regular gym thought show up with a friend. Super cute, light-skinned Latino with a nice body. Don't care about any of that as I immediately love her smile and she's always smiling. Friend becomes a regular as well. Notice she deadlifts and actually does some decent weight. Notice she also uses paper towels to grab the bar, like I do. And we're the only ones who do it, so I think she saw me do it and copied me I feel cool afterwards. Noticed throughout the weeks that we would look at each other. Finally, one day, she's waiting for me to finish using the deadlift platform, as there's only one. Finish up and tell her, to which she immediately smiles and goes to the platform to start setting her stuff down and setting up. I brought a bench over behind the platform to sit, and I'm looking down, getting my stuff. Look up, and her ass is in my face as she's already warming up at the bar. Completely taken aback, and we catch each other's eyes in the mirror. Stand up and see she has paper towels in her hands, so I blurt out, "Have you ever tried straps?" She turns around, passing within an inch of each other touching, and shakes her head, no. Well, not looking at me before she beelines into the girls' locker room. I feel completely embarrassed as people are staring at me, and I just got blown off so blatantly. Go completely red and hot, and move to the other end of the gym to hide, basically. Afterwards, notice her constantly staring at me to the point where if she was working out with her friends, she'd put her back to the wall and her body towards me and constantly look towards my direction. Feel embarrassed every time now. She's thinking, she's making sure I don't walk up on her. In Lord of the Rings, Tolkien drew upon the language and themes found in old medieval hero tales in order to construct a kind of new mythology. The brilliance of Tolkien was in his departure from pagan nodes of conduct and morality of these old tales. His creation of a synergistic fusion between Christian thought and pagan language. And so his work achieved a deep resonance with all who read it. We find this passage at the conclusion of The Return of the King. The Dark Lord was suddenly aware of him, and his eye, piercing all shadows, looked across the plain to the door that he'd made. And the magnitude of his own folly was revealed to him in a blinding flash. All the devices of his enemies were at last laid bare. Adversaries in the stories that Tolkien drew upon, Grendel, Mordred, and the like, often served as obstacles that the heroes would overcome through feats of strength and cunning. Sauron is not like them. When he is defeated, it is not because Angron is stronger than him, or because Gandalf is wiser. They are not. It is only that his hubris was so great that it never occurred to him that anyone would want to destroy the thing he held so dear. It is not until the final few seconds of his existence that he realizes his mistake. I think that I Am Jazz displays a similar moment. In the pictured scene, Jazz's journey to what he believes is womanhood is almost complete. He's resting after surgery, a triumphant smile on his face. His rotting groin held together by a labyrinthian patchwork of stitches and grafts, but as Eru Ilúvatar nudged Gollum over the crack of doom into the fires beneath, so does the god of our world intervene in this. In a second, the follies of men are undone, and Jazz's crotch explodes, a meaty froth of blood and pus pouring out of the hole where his penis used to be. In that moment of blind panic and terror, Jazz is as Sauron. All triumph and victory is gone. Only the void remains. R/off my chest. I'm getting really tired of my boyfriend's cross-dressing. I'm trying really hard to incorporate it into my life and buy him things to wear and compliment him and let him express himself, but he's just destroying my femininity. Today I asked if I should get a cute dress for our anniversary, and he says, "For me?" The other day we were walking in Sephora, and all he was doing was asking about what makeup he should wear. And every time I'm shopping for women's clothes, he is shopping for himself. I don't even feel like the woman in the relationship anymore. I hardly feel like a woman at all. Xbox. This website is for whites only. Xbox. The reason the McRib is not a full-time menu item is because of liberals. Let me explain. Liberals have stupid ideas. Not making the McRib a full-time menu is a stupid idea. Why would liberals do this? How did it get like this?
Dig in remote places, extract extremely rare rocks, perform a forming spell on the rocks. Extreme heat and pressure are required for the spell. Inscribe microscopic arcane sigils into your magical stones. Imbue the stones with lightning. The stones gain anima. The stones speak in a language incomprehensible to all mankind. Certain trained warlocks can control the powers of the stones. They learn the language of the stones. The warlock harnesses the magical stone's powers to bring forth light and images. The rest of the population is in awe.
You can now access Fortnite porn anywhere you want from the palm of your hand. Okay. Caught my mom, pick related, fucking the family dog last night. She doesn't know I saw her. Not sure how I should confront her about it. Come home. There's some noises coming from my mom's bedroom. Doors open, lights on. I peek inside. Mom is naked, on all fours, on the bed, facing away from me. Dog must have just finished humping. Nodded deep inside. Cum dripping out of my mom's pussy onto the bed, leaving a huge puddle. He pulls out, cum gushing out of my mom's gaping hole. I bolt from my room and slam the door behind me. I can't sleep. These images are burned into my mind. She knows something is off by how quiet I was being during breakfast. I told her it's nothing, but she doesn't believe me, and keeps asking. Ugh. What a way to end the show.
And we say bye-bye.